23 ABC's Digital Update is brought to you by West Medical.
Good evening, I'm Alex Bell. Here's a look at what's making headlines today. It's estimated that roughly 7 million people received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine that's now been put on pause. And today, Dr. Anthony Fauci says if you've already gotten the shot, you don't need to worry.
Someone who maybe had it a month or two ago would say, what does this mean for me? It really doesn't mean anything. You're okay, because if you look at the time frame when this occurs, it's pretty tight, from a few days, 6 to 13 days from the time of the vaccination.
Fauci also explained that most of the complications people are reporting are rare, and at this point, they've only impacted women. Pausing the rollout of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine was the best thing to do, according to officials, and Fauci added that he would still consider the vaccine as safe, and that the pause is just a way to assess the situation before moving forward. And now to a major development in the 1996 disappearance of Kristen Smart. Paul Flores was reportedly taken into custody in San Pedro in connection. And you might remember that Smart was a freshman at Cal Poly when she disappeared back in 1996. Witnesses say she was last seen leaving an off-campus party with Flores, and Flores' 80-year-old father, Ruben, was also taken into custody. His bail is set at $250,000, and the Flores family home in Arroyo Grande was searched in March with ground-penetrating radar and cadaver dogs. There's no word on whether any remains were found. And government investigators are looking into complaints about airbags in GM vehicles. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says the investigation involves cars made from 2020 to 2021. And it involves Chevrolet, GMC, and Cadillac vehicles. More than a dozen complaints say airbags malfunctioned and did not deploy properly during a crash. Right now, the agency will try to figure out how widespread the problem is. Brandon?
It was a warm day today. Temperatures cooling down, though, this evening. We hit actually 83 in Bakersfield. We're down to 77. Part of the reason for that, a big reason for that, the stronger winds west at 19 miles per hour at last check in Bakersfield. Look at those winds over toward eastern Kern County, though. Tehachapi, Edwards Air Force Base with sustained winds, around 30 miles per hour. But those winds are going to stay with us. The temperature is changing quite a bit as we head into the day tomorrow. Quite a bit cooler, only 66 your high temperature at Mojave for tomorrow, 62 in Keene, 73 the high in Bakersfield. And we stay a little bit cooler for the rest of the week. 77 on Thursday, starting to warm up a bit on Friday. We're back into the 80s, but we're really going to warm up as we head into the weekend. 89 by Sunday. Pretty good shot at hitting 90 by the time we get to the beginning of next week. So another shot of warm air on the way. In the short term, things are much cooler. Mid-50s for our South Mountains, mid-60s for Lake Isabella. Lake Isabella into the 80s, though, by the time we get to next week. Mid-70s for Tehachapi and Fraser Park.
And that's your latest update. Have a great night.